Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
And a happy, wonderful Wednesday to everyone. Welcome back to the show. We hope you're doing well, having a great week.
Yeah. This is an episode that I know you have been excited to do for quite a while.
I know, I've been really waiting for this one. Before we get into it, though, I do want to give a special shout out to one of our Dingle Hoppers and faithful listeners and one of our friends on Patreon. Her name's Carly. She's been kind of going through some stuff lately, some health challenges, and she reached out to us and just said how much she enjoys listening to the podcast, and that's been really helpful for her to stay positive and things. So yeah, we love our Dingle Hoppers. We love all of you who support us and also those that also love Disney and things. So we're just sending some good vibes and thoughts and prayers to her, a little extra pixie dust on this wonderful Wednesday. So Carly, keep going. We got you.
Yeah.
We're cheering for you.
Our Dingle Hoppers, we love them.
We do. So yeah, let's talk about this, because ever since we experienced this, I can't stop thinking about it.
No, literally, it's like every day you're like, when can we go back to Disney and stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge?
I love Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I knew you would love it. I didn't know that I would love it as much as I figured I would love it, but I didn't think I would love it as much as I did. And like, it was always my dream to stay at the Grand Floridian.
Oh, without a doubt.
But like, this actually might top the Grand Floridian for me.
Really?
I know. It's so sad, like, for me to say that.
Is it, though? Because, like, there's more than meets the eye with this. Because, again, the Grand is the Grand, you guys. Like, it is elegant. It is incredible. It is immaculate and beautiful.
Yeah.
But our stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge was so much fun.
It was so much fun. And we only spent 3 nights there? Yeah. 3 nights there? I say only, but like, even if you get to even if you get to stay 1 night there. Oh, it's amazing.
So let's talk about it. Let's get into this. We promised that we would break it down. Let's break it down. Yeah.
So for those who maybe have never even heard of the Animal Kingdom Lodge or not sure what like the theming is. So according to the Disney website, they describe this as, it says, inspired by the traditional African crawl, the horseshoe curve design provides spectacular views of the 4 lush savannas that over 200 hooved animals and birds call home. And like, it is impressive.
I love it.
It is impressive. So you actually have 2 different, I don't know what to call them, like sides to the resort, I guess.
Right. So like one big property, but almost 2 resorts. Is that fair to say? Yeah. 2 main places that you can stay buildings.
Yeah. So there's Jambo House, which is where we stayed, and then they have the Kidani Village.
Yes.
So this resort opened on April 16th, 2001, and at that point, Kidani Village didn't exist. That actually wasn't added until 2009. And when it was announced that they were building the village, they announced that it would be DVC, or Disney Vacation Club. Mm-hmm. And that's when they renamed the main resort to Jambo House and the Disney Vacation Club to Kidani.
Yeah.
So this is located on the west side of Animal Kingdom. So I think it's something to note because it is not centrally located.
No, it's a little bit of a drive if you want to get to the other parks. I mean, it's close enough to Animal Kingdom.
You can practically walk, yeah.
But it is further away from the other parks.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think first impressions.
No, like we talked about this when we did our after hours event ranking the different resorts, and we were talking about the Grand and all of the majesty that it is, but I always knew, like, when I can stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, like, it's going to be awesome for me.
Yeah.
And it was. Just the decor when you walk in that main lobby blows your mind to a different way than the Grand. I mean, the Grand is breathtaking, but you walk into the main lobby of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it just is so massive and impressive and immersive, and it just feels like you step into African culture and like a celebration, if I think is fair to say.
Yeah, I agree. So in a previous trip, we had actually eaten at Boma. And I remember walking in that time and just being like taken back by everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like the culture, the theming. But I think this time, like knowing that we were staying there, totally different feeling.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I feel like everywhere you turned, there was something different culture-wise, again, theming-wise, just something different to look at and see. And if that was a sculpture, a painting, just something, it was amazing.
It really was. And I mean, again, just magnificent in how it was built. And it is a premier resort. And it absolutely earns that title and designation. Lots of fun things too, just as you're walking around taking it in. Like they have little places that you can sit by a fire inside. They have the patios. They have this beautiful floor to ceiling windowscape overlooking the savannah. So like you just walk in and like the chandeliers and light fixtures, everything is amazing. The smell is amazing. They even have like a bridge that you can walk across the lobby, like up on the 3rd level or something. Like it just is so stinking cool.
Yeah, it really, really is. So I think let's talk about the rooms first off.
No, that's great. So I love that when you're going down the rooms, they have the different wings designated by trails. So where we were staying on the Kudu Trail, and that was just really super fun. The decorations on the doors and everything, I mean, the carpet is just all amazing. But when you get to the rooms, they have their standard rooms. So you've got resort, water, and savannah views. So the water views would be overlooking the pools. The savannah views, though, I mean, that really, I think, is what Animal Kingdom Lodge is known for.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have the 4 different savannas, and because of the design, like you mentioned, of the hotel itself. Like, it's made for everyone to get a view and to have these animals, which is super cool. So, options here, you're going to get 2 queen beds or a king bed. Now, again, this is a deluxe resort, so the average here, about $518 a night. It's not cheap.
It is not cheap. It is absolutely not cheap. So in addition to standard rooms, they also have deluxe studio rooms, which same views, similar setup, just a bit of a more upscale room.
Yeah.
They also have villas. They have 1 and 2 bedroom villas that will sleep 9 people. And they have 3 bedroom grand villas that will sleep 12 people.
Can we just find 10 friends and go stay there? Because I really want to see it.
I do too, but you say that. I would actually love to stay in one of their club level rooms and get access to the Kilimanjaro Club.
That sounds very prestigious.
Oh,
what does that even mean?
So it's basically, so when you stay at a club level at some of those deluxe resorts, it's just a different area. You actually have some snacks, some food, dinner. So it's more of like a resort stay type feel.
Super cool. And I would say even the standard rooms are very nice, you guys. They're just really great.
Yeah, they are. And our room, I mean, in the bathroom, I think it had a painting of, was it Timon and Pumbaa?
It did, Lion King, yeah.
Yeah, you just have like the giraffe feel. Yeah, definitely very African throughout the entire room.
They're beautiful. They're magnificent.
Yeah.
And then just to be able to look out on your patio and see the wildlife just walking
just to
right
see,
outside.
Yeah, the giraffes running through the rain.
Oh,
it was literally like galloping.
Yeah.
Do giraffes gallop?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They glide.
I don't know what they do. Anyway,
no,
point
it was awesome.
It's magical.
But one thing that's really interesting about the Animal Kingdom Lodge that is unique is they do not have any rooms on the ground level.
That's true. Yeah, we did learn that. And that is just for animal safety. And that's also because, you know, even though you're not supposed to, there are some people that hang towels or they hang bathing suits off of the balcony. So that's why they don't do that bottom level as well. It's because you don't want the animals eating your bathing suits or your towels.
Right. Another very interesting thing we learned about the stay is they have emergency evacuation areas in the event of a fire or other stuff. But they look like wooden corrals. So you actually can have people evacuate to the savannah in a designated enclosed area.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And they talked about that on our safari, which we'll get into. But I just found that really interesting, that because of the way that the hotel is surrounded by savannah in order to safely get people out if there was an emergency in the building.
Yeah.
You actually go into these enclosures.
Yeah.
So, not that we'd ever want that, but still cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But let's talk pools, because the pools were awesome.
Yeah. They were.
Awesome.
They were.
All the pools, I feel like, at the resorts are really great, but something about these where it just, one, felt like you're in the middle of a jungle.
Yes.
But two, the main pool at Jambo House, literally surrounded by flamingos, zebras, wildebeests, giraffes.
Yeah. Yeah, like you would walk out of the pool, go a couple feet, and there's the savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yes. So they have 2 pools. They have, again, one at Jambo House and one at Kidani Village. So we only got to do the Uzima pool, which is at the Jambo House. And I would say it's a decent-sized pool with a water slide. Although the one downfall is I think that's the slowest water slide that, like...
It is pretty slow.
I've ever been on.
I really tried my best to make it a thrill, but it was pretty slow. It's kind of tame, you guys. It's not the grand...
No, and some of the kids coming down, like, they wouldn't even get to the bottom. They would have to, like, scoot their butt all the way to the pool because they just, like, couldn't make it to the end.
And I don't know if the water flow was, like, down for a little bit, but yeah, it was a little slow. But still has a water slide, still cool. And also, I really loved that the hot tubs were actually back secluded in, like, in their own little...
They were.
Area surrounded by vegetation. Like, they felt very private.
Yes.
And it was neat.
Yeah, it was. I love the view too, because you get the view of the lodge itself, and it is gorgeous to look at.
No, it really is. It's amazing. It really is awesome. I don't know. And then when we went over to the Kidani pool, like you said, it was closed, but the decor over there was legit.
Yeah, and it looked like there were different areas, and I looked online, so it's actually called the how do you say that? Uwanja camp, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's different areas for like different
a splash pad.
Yes, and for like different age groups, because again, Kidani Village is Disney Vacation Club. So they're expecting you to maybe not go to the parks as much and spend more time like at the resort. So,
which, by the way, if you all get a chance to go stay at a DVC place, go to the pool. Like, their pools are rad.
Yes.
And they usually have great play areas around them, or splash pads, just like extras that some of the other resorts don't have. Kind of neat.
Yeah, I think both pools had like plenty of space for like chairs. You know, it wasn't too crowded when we went. So I thought that was nice.
It was really good. Really great. Felt very secluded and private, and just, again, like the views. You literally can look out onto the safari while you're sitting in the pool. Or you can turn around and just get a great view of the resort building, which is beautiful in and of itself. And that was really neat. I also liked that there was access to the kitchen just right there. So if you wanted to swim and then go grab lunch or whatever, like, that was a nice perk. But I think maybe let's talk about some of the dining options while we brought that up. Because, I mean, again, they've got the quick service kitchen, which was great. And what can you get at the quick service kitchen, Ashley? So you know what I'm talking about.
I do. So at the Mara, which is their quick service, they're best known for their zebra dome cakes.
You had me at zebra dome cakes.
Yeah. This actually was probably one of my favorite quick service places that we've eaten at a resort, and I really appreciate that it was open late. So when we got back, really especially from the one night from Epcot, it was pouring rain. We just honestly want dinner, and we want to sit on our balcony and watch the giraffes at night.
And we did.
And that's what, we ordered from the Mara. I think I got like a cheeseburger with the gluten-free bun, and I got the gluten-free zebra dome cakes. Yep. I think you just got like a flatbread and some salad and stuff.
It was good. It was really good. Yeah. And even that side salad was very generous in the serving size. I felt like whatever we ordered there was plenty of it, and that was really nice. So definitely would recommend the Mara in a pinch, or if you're just like, you know what, I can sit down here, I can take it to my room, whatever you want to do. Very easy, very convenient, and they had tons of options, which was great. other dining, though, I mean, this is award-winning dining here. Like, they have some phenomenal restaurants if you want something a little more upscale. We mentioned it already, but let's talk about Boma.
Yeah. So this is a table service buffet, which means you need a reservation. But this buffet is a little different because you have a bit of African flair.
Yes.
So somebody that might be a picky eater might have a little bit more difficulty here. Mm-hmm. I think for us, though, well, we had breakfast there. We didn't have dinner there, but I thought breakfast was very tame.
Well, it was very good. And I think there were options if you felt a little more adventurous or wanted a little more spice. But no, I mean, it was great for breakfast. It really was.
Yeah. So Boma is open for breakfast and dinner. So breakfast is $39 for adults and $23 for children.
Which I honestly think is pretty reasonable.
I do too.
We've paid a lot more for breakfast at other places.
We absolutely do. So they had Simba waffles. I think they still had Mickey waffles,
but they also had Simba waffles as well, which was like the Simba figure that Rafiki drew on the tree.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing.
You have like pastries, an omelet station. You have a carved meat station, but this carved meat had like some African spices on it.
Really good.
They had plantains, which was cool. You can also order cocktails and, of course, pog juice.
Oh, my favorite. I love pog juice.
I know you do.
If it's dinner time, because again, they do close for lunch while they transition everything over. A little bit more for dinner, $58 for an adult, $34 for a child.
Yep.
And here is where you do have a lot more of the African options. So this, again, you might need to be open to a little something new or be a little more adventurous in it because there's different flavors, some things that are a lot more, cultural foods to Africa. But yeah, I mean, it does have some classics like mac and cheese and chicken bites for me, obviously, because I'm a child. But I mean, they have options there, but also like it really gave you some fun opportunities to try some African foods for dinner and, have plenty of it because, again, it's buffet.
Yeah. The other place that we didn't get to eat that I have heard great things about, though, is Chico.
Yeah.
So they are open just for dinner, but their cuisine, again, is like African, Indian, and kind of like Mediterranean. So I would love to eat. I say I would love to eat there next time we stay there. I don't know when we're staying there next.
But you said there's a next time.
I know. There are 2 different lounges there. There's the Victoria Fall Lounge, which is open from 5 to 7 p.m. And there you get great views of Boma and like the waterfalls.
Yeah. That was really cool. Just really a beautiful place to just sit and hang out. It's very cool.
Yep. And then you have the Cape Town Lounge and Bar and Wine Bar. And that's open from 5 to 9:30 p.m.
Yeah. And then, of course, at the pools, they do have Uzima Springs Pool Bar there. So that's where you can get wine, beer, specialty drinks, frozen cocktails, and they have a lot of non-alcoholic drinks as well, which is fun. So lots of options. While we're talking about it, let's mention what they have over at Kidani Village.
Yeah. Yep. They have, if you've been on Instagram, you've probably seen this, but over at Sanaa, this is a table service. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they are most known for their bread service.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
But, it looks legit.
It does look legit. So you get 5 breads with 9 different, I don't know what you call them, sauces?
Yeah. I mean, I'd call them sauces. But no, it looks super good. And then they even have Sanaa to go for lunch and dinner, which is cool.
They do. And then Sanaa also has a lounge that's open 10:30 or 11:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And then you have the pool bar there as well over at Kidani Village.
Well, and again, even at the lounge they have the bread service. I don't know why we didn't try this while we were there. I mean, we're just so busy doing other things, but now I'm like, hey, we have to go back and try the bread. Yeah, apparently it's a thing.
And they have gluten-free bread, and they make sure that their 9 sauces also are gluten-free as well.
That's so cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I said that we were busy, that we had a lot to do. You guys, this for me is what took the Animal Kingdom Lodge to the next level.
Absolutely.
I always knew the Animal Kingdom Lodge was more my speed and my vibe, but the recreation here, this is one that if you're going to stay here, plan an extra day at least.
You
one,
absolutely,
maybe two.
Yeah, need a resort day.
Because there's so much to do. And again, you're welcome to do this even if you're not staying there.
Correct.
Which is super fun. But, of course, you have the campfires. You have the movie Under the Stars. You have arts and crafts. You have a playground, okay? Like, there's an arcade. But they have some specialty things, and these are only available on certain days. So this is where you need to do some research ahead of time and know what you're going for. So on Wednesdays, let's do Wild About Painting.
Wild About Painting.
They have like a bunch of different art options and just painting things that you can do. This is Wednesdays from 1 to 3 p.m., $35 a person, but just to go hang out for 2 hours and do some painting. And like, I don't even know where to begin with the options. Like, there's just a lot of different themes, and you can make it look very traditional African, or, you know, even do some things your own style. Like, it was just looks like a super fun activity.
Yeah. They also, I really wanted to do this, and unfortunately we couldn't.
Just ran out of time.
But they have an African mosaic art, so it's like a stone that's in the shape of Simba. This is Tuesdays from 1:30 to 3:30, and it's $25 a person.
It looks really cool.
I know, it looks really, really fun.
Really cool. Another one that we did while we were there was the wildlife spotting guide. So you scanned a QR code for the guide to help you identify the animals on the savannah. So just as you're walking around on the different trails or looking from your balconies, it would kind of give you an interactive guide. This is free to do. It's just really fun to see and learn about the different animals that they have there.
Yeah, and I think the QR code was up by the check-in desk is where I had scanned it, if I remember correctly. But the next thing, I'm going to let you take this away.
It was my favorite one.
Yes, you got to talk about it.
This one's called String of Memories, okay? It is completely free to do, but it's going to take you most of the day.
It literally will take you all day.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you start out at 9 a.m., and this is what is really cool about the Animal Kingdom Lodge is they actually bring in a lot of cast members who are from Africa, so they're doing internships. And so not only do you get to interact with them, but it feels very authentic because they're talking about their homeland.
They are, yep.
And so each one of these stops, and again, they're all varied throughout different times during the day, but they have a different activity, something that is very interactive that you get to learn about. But every time you complete it, you get a different bead that goes on your string, and then you can collect all of them and get a completer bead.
But the completer bead, it's my favorite.
No, that one's legit.
It has a Mickey on it.
It does.
Like an African Mickey.
It's
like
so,
shape.
Yeah, it's so cool. So they've got flamingo behavior, animal tracking, African wonder, have you heard, bio blocks, animal enrichment, have a ball, music in the savannah. Like, there's just so many cool things. And I mean, we were able to learn about all of the different countries in Africa. We were able to learn about identifying animal scat and tracking. You know, we were learning about the ecosystem and how there's balance in all of these things, and just such an incredible experience to learn about this incredible continent and the people. And it was so freaking cool.
And my favorite was actually the enrichment, and that's where we got to make food for the birds.
Wasn't that awesome?
It was really cool.
Yeah, so the activity is literally making feeding trays for the birds that they will then go out and feed them on the reserve. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and it was really cool to talk to one of the cast members. I forget which one it was. I want to say it was the Have You Heard? But she was talking about how she came to Disney. Yeah. And she applied through Disney first. And then when she was accepted, then she actually had to apply for her visa and she was accepted. But it's very interesting how that whole system works, because then she said that she knows people that they got accepted through Disney. Then they spent all of this money to apply for a visa, and then they were denied the visa. So you had to apply through Disney first and then your visa. And I felt bad. She was like, yeah, I know people that have just spent so much money and then they got denied a visa to come to the US. And I thought that was so interesting. No,
it really is a fascinating program, and I think it's one that is an incredible opportunity. And I mean, for them to come over and, you know, experience this job and American culture and do this for tourism and stuff. But, you know, their language skills, I'm sure, were increased incredibly, but knowing that like every one of them that we talked to expressed like their excitement to return home and take what they've learned and then go on and find better jobs or have a brighter future because this experience opened doors for them. And so it really, really was cool. You can talk to any of these cast members anytime throughout the day, and they are scattered around the resort and stuff, and they're happy to explain different things about the animals or other things. But like this activity in particular was exactly that for them and for us to just learn, and it was so cool.
Yeah,
Definitely do it. If you can spare a free day, staying there or not, just go spend your day at the Animal Kingdom Lodge and do this activity.
Well, and like you said, they're scattered. So like the first one's from 9 to 10, and then the next one might be 11:15 to 12:15. So like there's enough time in between that if you're like, hey, I do this speed, I can go to the pool for 45 minutes, then go get the next speed. So like they're scattered enough throughout the day that you have time in between.
And remind me, was this every day?
This was every day. The location of some of the beads changed that was per day. So like one on Tuesdays, it was up in, Kidani Village, but then on Wednesday, it might have been down at Jambo House, but it's offered. Yeah.
And like so this is something we ate at Boma before in a previous trip. We walked right past the board display that talked all about this. Like I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
So we did find it this time, thankfully. And it's different places it's displayed, but this is one thing that I just remembered and should say, like, keep your eyes open as you're walking around Animal Kingdom Lodge. Like, there is so much to take in. And again, this stuff is all displayed and available to you, but you do have to know what to look for and when. Yeah.
The other thing that we did was the Starlight Safari. So this is an Enchanting Extra that is offered at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and you do not need to be staying there in order to participate in this. It is a little pricey. It's $89 a person, but at least for me personally, like it was absolutely worth it.
I would say it was really worth it as well, without question. It was super fun. It is something that we had on our bucket list and something that we budgeted for before we went. But I mean, again, you're out there for at least an hour and a half-ish time.
I think it was about an hour, yeah.
But it was so cool and just such a different experience.
Yeah, so you get in a covered Jeep and they literally drive you through the savannah at Kidani Village and Jambo House. So this is offered during 2 times. It's offered at 8:30 and 10 p.m. And the Jeep only holds like 20 people.
Right.
So definitely not something that, is... I mean, yeah, there's probably like 40 spots a night then. It's not like...
Yeah, there's not a lot. Yeah. But the thing about it is I like that it was a little more intimate.
Yes.
Because the Jeep was had benches all the way around the bed. But you were able to, when they stopped, get up and move around and really look all around you. And there were times that like we literally had animals right next to the Jeep. Like we could have reached out and touched them. Yeah. We did not, of course. No. But... it was awesome, and a lot of these animals are feeding at night and are more active, and that's why they do this. Yeah. And to be able to go out and see that was just amazing.
Yeah. And this is weather permitting, so they will go in rain, but not storms. So they had told us before we got on the Jeep, they're like, hey, there is a storm that is coming in. We can definitely start your safari, but we don't know that we will get all the way through. Thankfully, we did. But yeah, we were out there for probably about an hour. But we did get this reservation through Stakeout because we had booked it less than 60 days in advance. So shout out to Stakeout for getting us this reservation. But it was really, really cool because you also got night vision, like monoculars. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And you also had a guide there. You had one that was driving the truck and one guide that was in the back of the Jeep with you. And you got to learn all about the animals as you drove around the savannah.
Well, not just the animals and stuff, but like their names. And they have close relationships with each one of these animals. Like they work with them on the regular.
Oh yeah, like they know. Neat. Yeah, they know like this distinctive marking on this giraffe, so they know that this one's Bob or this zebra. Yeah, it just.
And this one's Josh, and there's Chip and Dale.
Oh my gosh, stop.
But no, like it was really.
I'll remember the names.
But like they taught us so much about the animals as well, and about how they interact. And I mean, if you haven't done the safari at Animal Kingdom or done the night Starlight Safari at Animal Kingdom Lodge, like once you really get down to learning about what Disney and these cast members do, it is incredible work for the animals and what they're trying to do for conservation, and just such an awesome experience. Totally worth it for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure there's more recreation there, but that's what we had found, and those are the things that we did, which, we absolutely loved.
We did.
But you know what else I loved?
What did you love?
I loved the shopping.
There was so much to see and to do and to buy.
Honestly, yes, I could have bought so much more. But, okay, so at Jambo House, you have, I think it's pronounced Swati Marketplace, and that's their big gift shop. So that's where they have a lot of their Animal Kingdom Lodge merch. Of course, I got Animal Kingdom Lodge ears.
Of course you did, as you should.
And this is one where, like, it's really hard. But I think I love the Animal Kingdom Lodge ears more than the Grand Floridian ears.
Sorry, I just fell out of my chair. I'm sorry, what was that?
I think I loved the Animal Kingdom Lodge ears more than my Grand Floridian ears.
Now, wow, that's crazy.
The Grand Floridian does have a Loungefly backpack to match the ears.
They do.
Whereas, at least not that I can remember, I don't think, at least when we were there, Animal Kingdom Lodge didn't have its own Loungefly.
Yeah.
Or Spirit Jersey or anything.
But no, those ears are super cool. They
they're
look
so cute.
Very African culture-y, and they were awesome. I'm very glad you got them, but you've never mentioned that to me. I'm shocked. I am shocked. That thud you hear was me falling out of my chair.
Stop it. They did have an ornament, which I really liked, and I almost got, but I was nervous about the transportation home. Like, I was afraid it wouldn't make it.
Oh, and it was beautiful, too.
Beautiful. I was just afraid it wouldn't make it back in one piece. We did get a couple pins, but they have so much, like, African merch.
Yeah,
like African, like, tribal merch.
A lot of carved figures and other artisan pieces and stuff that are there. Just very pretty. And even one night when we were walking around, they actually had someone carving there right outside the gift shop. So whether it was the figures or walking sticks, and it's just awesome.
It's so awesome.
And it's really cool that you can go to a Disney resort in Florida and feel like you got immersed in something bigger than that. And I get it. It's commercial tourism. However, you just felt that there was a very real respect and admiration and appreciation for the African culture in general, and a lot of these individuals, what they brought. That's what made this place so special for me.
So very well said.
I just love me some Animal Kingdom Lodge.
You do.
I do. I'm a huge fan.
Yes.
But then over in Kidani Village, they also had the Yohari Treasures, much smaller gift shop. But, I mean, again, they had everything you need if you forgot anything.
Yes.
So, and we did walk between the two houses, and that took us 5 minutes, maybe 10 at most. Like, it really wasn't a far walk.
It was not a far walk at all. They do actually have a bus that goes in between Jambo House and Kidani Village. It's just like a small shuttle, but they'll shuttle you back and forth too.
Yeah. And speaking of transportation, if you want to get anywhere else to the other parks or, Disney Springs, they have bus with one stop in front of the resort. So yeah, it's just all bus transportation. And again, it is a little further away. So just fair warning, I guess, or just be aware that it is further out on one side of the Walt Disney World Resort, so it would take you a little bit longer to get and start your day over at Magic Kingdom or some of the others. But all that to say, I fell in love with this place the minute we went there for BOMA back in January.
You did.
And I know that this has been something on your personal bucket list that you had said someday, if we ever win the lottery, to go and stay in a safari view and watch the giraffes. We did not win the lottery.
We did not, no.
But we made it work.
Yeah.
And I mean, kind of lost in the shuffle of us going to Paris and some other things that have been happening, Oogie Boogie Bash. I just keep coming back to this being one of, if not the best vacation that you and I have ever taken together. Because it was just such an amazing, magical stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah, that whole trip was magical. Like,
oh, for sure.
And we were only there for 3 days.
Yeah, because like we went out to see Yellow Card, and
yeah, we did that. We got on Tiana's. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge. It was just like
things just lined up. It was great.
Yeah, 72 hours we were there. It was awesome.
So, closing thoughts.
When are we going to stay there again?
When we going back.
That is my thought.
We are still committed, y'all. We will stay at every resort in Walt Disney World and Disneyland. But of all of them we have stayed at, this is the one I just want to go back to so badly.
I know. Me too.
So,
and it's hard because I think we're almost, out of like deluxe resorts. Well, not really. We have to stay at the Polynesian, the Contemporary Wilderness
we've still
Lodge.
got a few.
So we have a few, but I feel like we need to stay at some of the lower end ones too. And I feel like when we stay at those, we're just going to think about this and be mad. But like you said, for science, for the Dingle Hoppers,
we got to do it for the Dingle Hoppers.
Every resort. But if you ever get the chance, 1,000% recommend. Like you have to stay here.
You guys, my closing thoughts are: this was the first time that we went somewhere, and I could have not gone to any of the parks and been completely and utterly happy and thrilled with our vacation to just stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Like, again, there was so much to do, so much to see. I could have just sat down in the main lobby and just been happy, just taking it all in, sitting there looking around at things, just walking through the hallways. There were so many displays, so many informative things that you could look at, and it was just unbelievable. We happened to make 2 new shirts on Threads of Imagination for this, so go check those out on the t-shirt shop, because like we went all in. We're like, we're doing this. We made the most of it, and even then, it wasn't enough time. So give yourself time. Even if you're not staying there, just go visit. Go take advantage of it. Go have breakfast at Boma. Go do some of the activities. And it's just this one, I'll say it, this is my favorite Walt Disney World resort.
I think mine too. Mine too. I think awesome. You've converted me. But speaking of that, we are actually going to do an after hours episode where we will rank Animal Kingdom Lodge in each of the categories that we talked about, give it an average, and then compare it to
where else we've stayed so far.
Yep, exactly.
If you haven't checked that out, please do. Go over to Patreon, look at our resort ranking system. We're pretty proud of it, and it is really fun. So we will update now and let you know in the After Hours episode, which will go live when this episode goes live. So check us out on Patreon.
Yeah. But that's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Like we said, check out our Patreon where we have exclusive episodes. Check out our t-shirt shop Threads of Imagination, where you will find our 2 Animal Kingdom Lodge shirts. But until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.